Let me start by saying goodbye, social life. I'm really, really, really looking forward to play this. In English, might I add. Hi, bye. Just wait for the part where they speak English, okay? Oh, Kurt, you're so handsome. Oh, Yuna, you are so annoying.
Okay, all set. We said we'd walk to school together, and she just up and leaves while I'm still asleep. Dad, Mom, Ken, and Nana, wish me luck. I'm gonna give it my all. I won't lose to any of these Imperials!
That's how you sound when you're constipated.
Strike! Not bad. I simply need more experience. Despite all the battles we went through yesterday, he was never short of breath. The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School. It's impressive to be sure, but nothing compared to what Father Mueller and Uncle Zex can do. I suppose the Ashen Chevalier simply relies on the power of his Divine Knight.
You are wrong, he relies on the power of friendship. Cool.
Oh. Good morning.
Good morning, Yuna. I take it you're headed out as well?
Yeah. Are you all done with your training? It's pretty impressive how you do all that every single day.
Well, it's something I've been doing from a very young age, so it's just part of my morning routine.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about before.
Huh?
You know, when I slapped you. I know it wasn't your fault, and I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was childish.
Ah, that.
Yuna, don't be mad. This normally happens in every single JRPG. You're not one of a kind.
I'd like to apologize too. But have you been wanting to say that for the past 2 weeks? Considering how much you dislike Erebonians, it's very thoughtful of you.
I don't dislike the people here. Yeah, I've got my problems with the country, but this is between people. When I mess up, I make sure I apologize.
That line describes the relationship of Lebanese with Lebanon so perfectly, by the way.
Especially considering what I said about your swords. I mean, you practice every day, and...
Ah, right.
And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
Don't worry about that. Besides, like I said, my training is just part of my morning routine. Out of curiosity, Is everyone from Crossbell like you?
Huh?
Oh, I don't mean to offend. Very straightforward and good-hearted. Probably the type to be easily tricked.
Hey! Wanna run that by me again?
Like I said, I don't mean to offend.
It's not how you talk to a lady, stupid.
Glad to have a classmate like you whom I can trust. Though I don't know if I can trust your skills just yet.
You're a real piece of work. Well, let's start over. Glad to be your classmate, Kurt.
Hello, you two. Good morning.
They got married and they had babies. And they lived happy ever after.
Alpina, I thought you left for school already.
I received a routine status call early this morning. I didn't want to wake you, so I took it in the study room. If I disturbed you as I was leaving, I apologize.
No, I was out like a light. But wait, what do you mean, routine status call?
Sorry, that is confidential.
Well, in any event, it's nearly time to head to class. We're all in the same class anyway, so why don't we walk together?
I do not mind, but judging by what I've seen, your relationship has progressed.
Our relationship? What? No, that's not what's going on.
What you talking about, girl?
She certainly words things in a distinct way.
Sorry.
Leaves is such a nice place. I can't get enough of this homey atmosphere. It's so peaceful and laid back. And it's got some great shops.
Agreed. It's a good halfway point between rural and urban. We're just the right distance away from Heimdall.
The previous owners of this land were a noble family. After they lost ownership of it, the government attempted to convert it into a resort. However, that plan fell through. It's said the half-finished buildings from that were used to create the campus.
Well, you sure do know a lot.
I suppose that explains why the branch campus is so large.
All that aside, I didn't think the Empire's military academies would be this tough. I get combat training and practical exams, but math, history, even art? Isn't this workload way beyond what you'd have at a regular high school?
Well, here in Erebonia, the pen and the sword are both held in high regard, especially at Thor's. It's a prestigious traditional school founded by our most notable emperor. That legacy won't change simply because this is a branch campus.
However, it seems the main campus has changed significantly this year.
Ah, yes.
Huh? I don't get what you guys are talking about, but looks like we're gonna have to give it 110% here. Let's kick all the other classes' butts.
Well, if you say so. However, most of our lessons are held with the other two classes anyway.
Homeroom is the only one we have without them.
Oh, right. I guess it makes sense given the small number of students, but that means class 7.
Well, well. If it ain't the chosen ones strutting off to class together.
You're...
I think he's in class 8.
Good morning. Is there something we can help you with?
Nope, not a thing. Just wanted to get a little peek at the class taught by the hero of Erebonia. Class 7, huh? I'm sure the view's just great from up on that pedestal of yours.
Sorry to disappoint, but we're being treated the same as any other students.
Yeah, it's not like things are going to be different for us just because our instructor's famous.
Oh yeah? Then why'd they go out of their way to make such a small class? A little kid who's clearly too young to be here. Some rich pretty boy with fancy hair. Oh, and a loud, unruly foreigner from some sob story country. Oops, my bad. Not a foreigner anymore, huh?
Savage.
All right, we understand. You're a tough guy, but that's quite enough. If you have more to say, I'd be happy to talk with you further after school.
Not bad. You've got more spine than I gave you credit for. But the one I've got business with is...
I'm so happy to see everyone getting along.
Oh,
She's from Class 9, Military Finance.
Good morning to you all. The weather is just splendid, isn't it? But if you spend too much time out here chatting, the bell will ring before you know it.
True.
you all done messing with us?
Me? I'm not here to mess with you. Well then, see you around.
I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you again for the classes we have together.
What's that blonde guy's problem? I can't believe they let some punk like him into a military academy.
He obviously had some issue with those of us in Class 7. No, not us exactly, but...
Oh, shoot!
We better hurry, or we'll be late to homeroom.
You're right. Let's get moving.
So Altina experienced her first day in kindergarten. Mommy and Daddy are taking her to school.
Whew. Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks already.
It warms my heart to see all the students trying their best. The classwork here is much more difficult than at the main campus, so I'm sure it's tough on them.
Yeah. Then on top of that, training exercises were added onto their curriculum. We didn't have anything like that at the main campus. Thor's branch campus. I think I'm starting to understand what the government's trying to do here.
Oh, but I don't think that's the only reason for this place. In keeping with Thor's tradition, we'll also have those days to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a relief for them. I'll tell my students about them after school, alongside the club announcement.
Got it. Thanks for taking care of that. Well then, Instructor Reen, let's give it our all today.
Likewise, Instructor Toa.
This is the formula. You will need it when calculating trajectory. Make sure you commit it to memory.
This is known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short. By the way, the GDP of the Empire of Erebonia rose 42% last year compared to 2 years ago.
What a rich country. If they have visa to going to Arabonia, I will apply.
Today's task is walking. Sounds easy, right? Well, let me tell you, it won't be. We'll be marching, so I need to see perfect posture and formation while armed. Even combat tactics got worn out by this.
The War of the Lions. Said to be the largest turning point in the history of the Empire. The end of this war brought us to our modern era. Today, we'll be looking into the events leading up to the war that caused it to develop the way it did.
The way he explains it, it's actually pretty easy to understand.
An interesting perspective.
Oh, I see. I'm actually learning a lot. So dashing.
That's my favorite character in the whole game. Yeah. Hey cultists, welcome to the stream. My friends will not know. Sorry. Bleh. My friends will forget that I exist for the next 2 to 3 weeks. If my friend is not coming from Malaysia tomorrow, I'm not planning to leave the house anymore. You're enjoying the game as well? Ah, that's good. I've actually managed to get around. Oh. Yeah, finally. I actually managed to play until chapter 3 on the Japanese version, but come on, man, we have to play it in English. That's the only way to do that. I'm happy to see another Cold Steel fan. Yeah. Because I thought always that Kiseki fans are so few, you know? But when this game came out, I started to realize that, oh my god, even in my own community, you know, I'm like, oh, you play Kiseki? And I'm like, yeah, and then khalas. I've made maybe like 10 new friends today because of this game. Yeah. I own Kiseki 4 here in the background, but I'm not touching it until I finish this one. Nice to meet you, by the way. I actually like that the format of the game is similar to Cold Steel 1. Because, sorry, maybe I'll spoil a little bit of Cold Steel 2. I'll never mention anything about this game. The thing is about Cold Steel 2, like, the first 20 hours are amazing. Then you will reach a point where it's like, middle of the game, it slows down a lot. But then it picks up again. So, from what I can see, is the pacing of this game is like the first one, which is a good thing actually.
Stand, bow.
I really like the writing. Like the translation is spot on. Whoever's tuning in, welcome to the stream. We're still in the very beginning after the demo. Okay. Okay. Similar to the first two games. Ooh, 60 frame, boys! So where am I right now? Ah, I've liked this, by the way. You can see the whole of Erebonia now. Oh, that's Sarah. I really like the small details that they are putting into this one. Like, for example, you see the flag, it's textured and it has a really nice design. They really pay attention in this one. You don't need to have 3 trillion pixels to make a game look good. You just need to have the right art style. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, my ears. Ah, that needs another time for all of this books. Wow. I think the amount of work they did just to translate those books alone. Mm. Ah.
Oh, Instructor Schwarzer. Yes, sir.
What?
Hello!
Ah.
This one's on me.
Wow, thank you so much.
Perfect man. Handsome and he can cook. But he's no more Akamo Bashir. My wife is laughing at me. Huh? And they're not paying attention. Fine. How do I get to the gymnasium from the club building? Club building, is it this one? Oh. Oh no, seems I have to go down. Yeah, I knew it.
I've still got a ways to go.
I don't know how they put Hibiki Kohaku in Legend of Heroes. Maybe they will make a Blaze Blue with Legend of Heroes characters. Time to go to the hangar. The layout is similar but different a little bit than the main campus. Because I remember that we had to go down the stairs in here. Then if you go here you can reach the old school building. But that's not the case anymore.
My name's Tita Russell. I'm in Class 9, Military Finance. Nice to meet you again, Instructor Schwarzer.
The thing is, when you're trying to voice a younger character, you don't need to bring someone who's in their 30s. You need to bring young talent, you know? Just do like the Japanese, or make some audio adjustments to make it sound more authentic. Maybe I'm nagging too much, but I don't know. Why they put the fast forward button in there? Let me remember. There was a button for conversation history. Yeah. Where were we? Yeah. Sorry about that. So I will reenact. No need to reenact. Okay.
Yes!
Oh, finally. Now, when I was playing the Japanese version, this is the part that I struggle with the most. Is understanding the chords. Now let's just focus on making basic ones. Yeah, I'll name this one. Definitely evade. Ah yeah, Chrono Drive also is good. Oh, Kioma, long time no see. How are you, man? Not really. It's like let's think Persona without Persona, without the personas. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, man. What's good? Yeah, it's more like Persona without the demon catching aspect of it, you know. I've already played the first two games, and I played like half of the Japanese version. So this is something that you need to play if you enjoyed games like Persona, Final Fantasy, you know, more on traditional, classic turn-based games.
Thanks.
But expect there will be a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue in this game. Because it's divided between like fights, like long fighting chapters, then long stretches of dialogue, you know, hanging around school. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Keep streaming, man.
Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the donate, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the donate, man. You're a star. You're a star. Now I'm motivated. Now I'm motivated. I really like Valimar as a character. He's like a mother to Rin. No one left to talk to. Let's go home for today.
Well, well, if it ain't Instructor Schwarzer.
He's from Combat Tactics.
He's Hot Boy Delinquent, Rin. Remember his name.
Seeing you work so hard's really inspirational, you know? Ash Carbide. I'm in Class 8, Combat Tactics. Looked like you were really going out of your way to help all us students. You're just a stand-up guy, ain't you? Guess I should have expected that from you. After all, you are a national hero, Ashen Chevalier.
I'm just a new instructor who's fresh out of school himself. I've heard about you from Instructor Randolph. Sounds like you've got some pretty impressive skills. It's good to meet you, Ash. I'm sure I'll see you in some of my classes and during training exercises.
You know, if men were sassy, they would be talking to each other like that.
Yeah, sure thing. By the way, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. How's it feel, flying around in your big gray doll, being the government's lapdog?
Pardon me.
Shioma, this green lady, she's the best character in the game.
From military finance.
Her again.
Hello, Ash from Class 8. Instructor Reen. You two seem to be having so much fun chatting, I couldn't help wanting to join in.
I was just about to leave. I'm looking forward to Panzersoldat training next week. How about you?
What does he mean by that?
Ah.
Oh dear.
Attitude.
Did I interrupt something?
Her attitude is so good. She's
not at all.
I like that kind
You're
of
from
stereotype
military
in
finance,
games.
right?
That's right. I'm Muse Egret from Class 9. Do you remember me? I'm in your 4th period history lessons.
Plus she has a gun.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard about you from Instructor Toa, too. We're not that far into the school year, but it's already clear you're an outstanding student.
You're making me blush. To tell the truth, I've heard rumors about you as well, Instructor. I've always thought it would make me so happy if I could get to know you better.
I see.
Call the
Well,
police.
I'd recommend taking those rumors with a grain of salt.
Oh, I don't mean all that gossip about the Ashen Chevalier. The rumors I've heard are about the old Class 7, your sister, and even the princess.
What?
Well, I should be going now. Good day, Instructor Reen.
Call-
I hope we have a lovely school year together.
Call the police. No. No. No, she's not. Yeah. You know, Japan. I really like Rin as a character. He's so developed. He's a hero in a game where he has actual character, you know? He doesn't need to go from being weak to being strong, you know? He's strong, he's just getting stronger. No? I don't like wimpy main characters in games. That detail I missed when I was playing the game first. Let's check the character notebook. Where was it again? Let me check. Nope. Yep. They did not add her yet to the to the book that you can see the information of the characters. Let's talk about that art style. Oh my god. So there are main quests and side quests in this game. What's the lore? Okay, without spoiling anything from the third game, basically this part of the series, like Trials of Cold Steel, it's part of a bigger series, which is the Trial series. So there's Trials in the Sky, and there's Trials of Zero. So this one talks about the Erebonian arc, which is basically Code Geass in a nutshell. How can I say it otherwise? I don't know if you watched that. So the story follows Rean Schwarzer, which is a part of Class 7 in a military academy. So this Class 7, the main Trials series, like Cold Steel, it talks about their individual stories and how their country is like, it's like they are occupying other countries, so their country is not really that good. But this class, they are coming like from different backgrounds, like from noblemen, from rich people, from commoners. So throughout the first two games, you are actually just getting to know the characters, you know, their backgrounds, their story, their struggles, and how everything is linking around them, how it's everything being connected. So in the first game, it's more on okay, the first two games has been released already. Okay, so the main game is more about a conspiracy happening and like terrorism. The second game is more on liberating the country, you know, fighting for the country. But really what separates this game from the other JRPGs is the characters. So the main underlying story is all good, but the characters themselves are interesting. They have depths, they have history, they have relationships, you know. So the best way I can explain it, it's, I don't know, Shioma, if you watched like One Piece, you feel like everything is connected somehow to each other. So that's it. So to focus more a little bit on the lore, basically Rini has like a hidden power, and they are fighting like between like the supernatural and the people, or like the people who are trying like to disturb the law of the world or the balance of the world. So that's basically it. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything. So I hope this is a good enough explanation. But you're really, like, in a nutshell, you're playing Trials for the characters themselves. Yeah, no worries. It also helps that the soundtrack is amazing and the battle system is challenging. But I think what's stopping the game, like, a lot, what holds it back is there's a lot of stretch of narrative, you know? Which is good, but like, you're gonna spend 3 hours until you reach a game, like a section where you actually fight something. Yeah, so basically at the end of the second game, Rin graduates, and like a 1.5 year gap happens. So now he's grown up and he graduates, and they invite him to teach in a secondary branch of the main school that he used to teach. And he's taking care of a new Class 7. So if you haven't played the previous two games, you will get to experience it from the perspective of the new characters. So it's like you're experiencing in a fresh eyes, you know, and you're wondering who are these people. But if you played the previous two games, you would see it from the perspective of the Class 7 who graduate already. And they all are already mature, and they're doing things in their life. Okay, lore done. Let's just go down. So Rins used like an Eastern sword style, even though his country is a little bit Western inspired. I really don't like this character. Sundari. Jaeger is like mercenary. So basically in this game, if you take a shower, your health restores. So stay clean, Smash players. Let's concentrate on the magazine that he's reading. That's how we establish dominance in real world, by the way. Okay, let's just stop here tonight.